What's up with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah, and when y'all come in the building, make sure that y'all hit the like button, smash on the like button, jump in the comments, let me know you got it in the building, and we got a special treat for y'all today. Yeah, the boogeyman. The boogeyman of the 168-pound division will be in the building today. Yeah, y'all already know what it is. We finna have a great show today. David Benavidez, the real boogeyman at 168 pounds. He gonna be in the building, and you know how we do. Mox G, what's happening with it? Salute. Joseph Beltran, what's happening with it? He says, I like David Benavidez, but he needs to stop demanding Canelo vacate the belts. I don't know what you talking about, dog. David Benavidez ain't worried about no Canelo right now. Mr. Mechanical, but you're going to be able to hear that and find that out from, from the man himself. My man Seattle Boxing Talk, what's happening with it, dog? Teach, what's good with it? Phil J508 in the building, what's happening with it? The Atlantean man. The Atlantean man. What's happening with it? Smooth Groove Boxing. My man Daryl Deloach. Jay Chestnut in the building. Mike Ryan. Pimp 2 Adrian. What's happening with it? Pimp Adrian. TJ Sports Nation Network. What it do? My man OTB Boxing Class 101. You know what I'm saying? Class is in session. What it do? Johnny Q. What's happening with it? Yeah. Cassandra Mason, the queen, is in the building. Knockout Boxing, what's happening with it? Yeah, you already know. Jawan Ramos, what's happening with it? What's going down? Stan 92, what's happening with it? Ricardo Williams, Opulent LD, what's good with it? Yeah. Will Womack, salute. And like I said, hit the like button. Make sure that y'all hit the like button, comment, and share this. Share this, Share this to all your people. Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's good with it? Master Khalik, what's happening with it? And we have to push David is training and everything, so we had to push it back a little bit. So he'll be on in 30 minutes, and we gonna, it's gonna go down. But in the meantime, in between time, hit my like button, and we gonna cook. We gonna cook about what's going on and what's been going on. Man, Tank Davis, man. I don't know. Tank Davis did an interview with Gilly the Kid. There was some shit that was suspect about that interview that Tank Davis did. We gonna talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about that a little bit. What else? Tyson Fury is that this weekend? The Tyson Fury fight is this weekend, I believe. Yep. Tyson Fury and Dillian White. I hope he put Dillian White in the dirt. James, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, like I said, when y'all come in, jump in the comments. Let me know you're in the interview. What interview you missed? Oh, with Tank Davis? Yeah, he did an interview with Gilly the Kid, and I don't know. Well, I'm going to get into that, though. Damn. Adrian, you in here going hard, man. We gonna get into all of that though. Justin 9, what's happening with it? Jay West, what's happening with it, fam? Yeah, so it's finna go down in a major way. Do y'all think Tank Davis is really gonna leave Floyd Mayweather? Y'all think he really gonna leave Floyd, or y'all think he gonna stay? I'm kind of like up in the air now. I don't know if he really gonna leave. Hey, Jawan Rumble said, hey, man, Jawan up in here repping H-Town to the fullest. Cono Loco, what's good with it, Cono Loco? Yeah, Jawan repping that H-Town to the fullest. World Combat Sports, Scotty, hey, what's happening with it, Scotty? Dank Father, what's good? Oh, Mike, what's happening with it? Like I was telling my partner, when Gervonta Tank Davis had Leonard Ellerbe next to him, he ain't look like he was going to leave TMT. He was looking at Leonard, asking him, well, if Leonard pay me right, I will go up and fight Keith Thurman. If the money right and all of that. And it's like, bro, if you leaving Floyd Mayweather, it ain't no more Leonard Ellerbe. You feel me? Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe is like Siamese twins. They attached to each other. Leonard Ellerbe doing all the business for TMT Promotion. So if you leaving, why are you looking at Leonard Ellerbe asking him, if the money is right? That's what kind of really threw me off. You feel me? That's what threw me off. But I think, like I said before, I think it's an issue with Floyd. It's an issue with Gervonta Tank Davis. He have an issue with Floyd. But then on the other end, he don't have an issue with Leonard Ellerbe. So it's kind of like it got him caught up in the middle because he don't fuck with Floyd, but he messed with Leonard Ellerbe, the long way. And Leonard Ellerbe do everything he can for Tank. Leonard Ellerbe does a great job promoting Tank. Although, he like to beat around the bush and he ain't gonna tell it like it is when you ask him a question about Tank fighting the top opponents. I mean, Tank Davis is the best fighter in the world. I mean, Tank Davis don't need to worry about any of these other guys. Yeah, we got a plan for Tank. Yeah, ain't nobody trying to hear all that no more. You know what I'm saying? We want to see Gervonta Tank Davis fight the best of the best. Just like the young lion, you know what I'm saying, the boogeyman that I'm going to have on here in a little bit, David Benavidez. That's why I mess with David Benavidez the long way, is because he fight anybody. He want to fight all of them. And he just turned 25 and want to fight all of them. You ain't never heard him turn down no smoke, ever. That's the type of fighters I like. Now, Gervonta Tank Davis, he did an interview on, what was the interview? He did it with Gilly the Kid. I think it's called $1 Million Worth of Game, right? And they asked Gervonta Tank Davis, they was pressing him about how they want to see him fight the Teofimo Lopez's, the Devin Haney's, all of the top guys in his divisions. And then they asked him about it, and he admitted that he's never asked to fight none of them dudes. He admitted that he ain't never went to Floyd and Leonard and them and said, hey, I want to fight. I want to fight Vasil Lomachenko, or I want to fight Teofimo Lopez, or I want to fight whoever, Devin Haney or whatever. And we all know that Tank Davis is a monster. He's a beast, right? Talented. But that threw me off because I'm thinking that Tank is asking for these fights behind the scenes. And he admitted that he ain't asked for none of them fights. But why? You listening to Leonard Ellerbe talking about, we got a plan for Tank Davis. It's no plan. You feel me? Like that, we got a plan for Tank Davis. That shit runs out. Floyd Mayweather didn't get to where he is because they had a plan for Floyd Mayweather. He got to where he is because he fought all of the best competition. And if he couldn't fight him, he was calling them out and he was on their helmet trying to fight him. Like, I can't feel that. And at some point, like I said, we got to stop pointing all of the fingers at Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather is part of the problem. Leonard Ellerbe is part of the problem. But at some point, we got to start looking at Gervonta Tank Davis, like I told y'all before. And we got to say, okay, what is he doing to push for these guys? What is he doing behind the scenes to show Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe that he really wants these fights? And according to his words, he ain't doing nothing. He chilling, sitting back, doing what he got to do with the fighters that's put in front of him, and he listening to them say that they got a plan for Gervonta Tank Davis. That's, to me, that's killing me right there. I couldn't feel that. Caleb Drip Cook says maybe he wants to fight them when he become a free agent. Well, you can't say that, because what about you're talking about right now? What about the last 3, 4, 5 years? I'm not going to say 5 years. What about the last 3, 4 years? You feel me? What about the last 3 or 4 years? You didn't have all that time. He jumped off the porch in 2017 and got his first strap. A major strap. Not a secondary strap, a major strap. And you mean from 2017 to now, you ain't asked for none of them fighters? I'm just saying, I mess with Tank heavy, but it's just we got to keep it 100 here. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing for these fights that you want? If you're not pressing the issue, you know what I'm saying? If you're not pressing the issue and going to Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe demanding certain things, well, they're going to do exactly what they've been saying they're going to do. Oh, we got a plan for Tank. They're going to keep saying that, and they're going to take you on the path down the road they want you to go on. You're supposed to be behind the scenes beating on their helmet like, I want this, I want him, I want him. If you're not doing that, and we sitting up here, you know, we all on the internet, on YouTube, and we taking up for you, putting all of the fingers at Floyd and Leonard. Well, what are you doing behind the scenes? You see, and that right there, I can't, you know, And excuse me, I am losing my voice. I think my voice started going when at the fight. You know, I was yelling so loud at the fight. And yeah. Blue blood in the building. What's happening with it, Blue? And y'all hit the like button. Everybody that came in the building, hit the like button. Hey, Ricky Williams said he lost his voice too. Yeah, I'm glad I ain't the only one. What's happening with it? D Free. Boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman in the building. What's good with it, D? Yeah, so, you know, losing my voice, but I still got enough vocals to get my point across. KP from KC5 talking about asking us to pay for pay-per-view. So with that being said, Tank Davis has came out and he admitted, like, nah, I haven't went to them and asked for no Vasil Lomachenko. I haven't asked for no Teofimo Lopez. I ain't asked for none of the big names, right? So now that he's admitted that, I bet what I want to see from Gervonta Tank Davis, whether he stays with Floyd and Leonard or whether he leaves Floyd and Leonard, I want to see him go stupid hard. Like he got to be willing to jump in the ocean and fight Godzilla. For real. He needs to go stupid hard after that. Because now I know that you ain't been behind the scenes pushing for these big fights. Oh, hell no. You got to go stupid hard. KP say I'm supposed to pay for Tank versus Rolly. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was one of the main ones, right? That was like, man, that fight is some straight bullshit. I'm not paying for that shit, right? I was one of the main, and I'm gonna send you the link, right now in a minute, Coach. I was one of the main ones that was like, I'm not paying for that shit. It ain't happening, right? But I ain't gonna lie. I still ain't paying for it. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm still not gonna pay for it. But what I am gonna do is I'm definitely gonna watch it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna promote it. I'm gonna promote it because Rolly is selling the fight. Rolly is selling that fight. Rolly is making me interested in watching that fight. This is boxing. Anything can happen in boxing. And one thing about Rolly, we do know that Rolly, he's strong, he's powerful, he gonna wrestle you like, you know what I'm saying, like he Randy Savage and shit. He gonna try to body slam you. He gonna try to do all type of different things to you. That's one thing we do know. So, and he can sell a fight. I don't care what nobody say about Rolly. One thing Rolly can do is he can sell a fight. Like, if you gonna sit here and tell me that Rolly ain't got you interested to, watch that fight, you lying. You lying. Because, like I said, he can sell a fight. Now, can he produce the way that he's talking in the ring? No. But could Adrian Broner? No. We will pay for Adrian Broner, and we knew that he wasn't gonna do nothing but walk around the ring, look up in the air, hold, and throw 3 or 4 punches per round. And we still was excited to see Adrian Broner fight. Adrian Broner sold all of y'all. He sold all of y'all, right? Had y'all thinking he was gonna beat Manny Pacquiao. Come on now. He had all of y'all thinking that he was gonna go in there and give Manny Pacquiao the fight of his life. And he went in there and did what he always did, right? Went in there, threw 3 or 4 punches per round, held, hugged, and survived. Come on, man. So it's just certain fighters that even when you know that they don't have nothing left in the ring, or when you know that they're not that skilled, they still can sell the fight. They still gonna lie to you, and you're gonna believe it. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. They gonna lie to you and you're gonna believe it. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers sell water to sell water to goddamn sell water to a family with a house on the ocean and shit. For real. KG says, and shake his motherfucking head like he ain't getting his head popped. Yeah, that's AB's favorite thing, man. But salute to AB, man. I hope that he goes on in his life to make smart investments, like Floyd made, but the smart investments. I made a whole bunch of smart investments in my career, and Floyd Mayweather, that's all he talk about is his smart investments that he made in his career. But hopefully AB can do that, because he ain't fooling me no more in the ring. That shit's a wrap. He tricked me too many times. Okay, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me send David this link. Let me get this link out. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me send Coach and David this link. Okay. I just sent David the link, so he'll be on soon. Yes, sir. And Coach, I sent you the link, Coach, so you better get in here before David get in here. Who else we got in the building? My man, and if y'all want to ask David some questions, and my man Kwame says, Lord to the game. My man, Lord to the game, Boxing Talk, Kwame. He in the building. He says, stop it. He said, stop it. You beat. Oh, yeah. He said, stop it. You beat that boy ass. I beat that boy, and everybody know I beat that boy. What's happening, Coach?
What's happening?
Let me hear you say it, Coach. Let me hear you say it.
I
What's
got
the,
Benavidez over everybody at 168.
yes, sir.
I told him that Saturday.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
you over everybody, homeboy. Shit.
So if y'all got questions, um, if y'all got questions, just in order for me to see him, if people come in, you're gonna have to probably super chat them, but just wait, and then I'll give y'all a chance to ask the questions that y'all want to ask. Um, yeah, man.
And we,
Okay, coach,
yeah.
keep it 100. Are you interested in seeing? I'm not asking you if you're gonna buy it, but are you interested in seeing Roller and Tank now?
Yeah, I'm interested. I've been
It,
interested though.
yeah, but did you get more interested just from hearing how Rolly be talking?
Man, Rolly always piqued my interest because I really believe that he believes that he gonna win the fight.
Right, right,
That's why. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he talk, I think he really believed that. You know what
right,
I'm saying? So that's what makes it interesting. So he sells the shit out the fight, no question, you know.
right,
So
right.
that's what make me really believe that Rolly think he could beat Tank. And there's something that goes on that he's seen, which probably motivates him, that he's seen in a Mayweather gym all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like he says stuff that makes sense, but you like Rolly, I don't know if you got the skills to do that. So
Right,
it's
right.
just an interesting thing. Like he's talking about how Tank swells, and you like that's true. You know what I'm saying? Tank swells. Uh, he got he got beat up by Leo. He got swollen up by Leo Santa Cruz. I punch much harder. Well, that's true. But do you have the skills to make that happen? That's the question. And another thing that's interesting is Rolly's so awkward. He's not a he's like nothing you've ever seen. So that's what makes the fight interesting. And he's
Mm-hmm.
strong as hell. So I'm not saying
Yep.
Tank ain't gonna whoop him because I think Tank gonna beat him. But if you get caught with one of them short bust punches, hey bro, you never you never know what's gonna happen. So that's it's just intriguing, you know, to see what happens. You know, that's all it is. It's not like we gonna get a a, a um a big display of skills on both sides of the board because we're not gonna get that. We know that already. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Yeah,
but
yeah,
but
man. Like I said, man, he could talk his ass off, and
yeah,
it's still it's still that factor, that power factor in that fight. If he lands something, and one thing about Rolly, I can say we ain't never seen him get tired. You know
nope.
what I'm saying? He got that to where he's never had got tired before. Let me answer this call real quick, coach. Give me 1 second, man.
Okay.
Oh, you could have cooked, coach. I thought you uh
Hey man, I'm just sitting here waiting on you, bro. I,
uh
I got a few questions for David, and I'm gonna tell him, hey, bro, keep it
well
raw and
you
real.
you ain't gotta you ain't gotta tell you ain't gotta tell
I don't
David
know.
that David gonna keep it 100. That's one thing I like about that's another thing I like about David is he not finna hold no punches. You know what I'm saying? David's not gonna hold no punches. He gonna tell you how it is, straight up and down.
Yeah,
If he
keep it
feels
raw
some
and
way about
real.
somebody, he gonna let you know.
Right. I
Yeah.
got questions about that too. And
Hey,
we're gonna get
they
down to because we was debating all these people in the chat before who started the shit between him and Charlo. We gonna get down to that. We're gonna get down
yeah,
to the
yeah,
scenario
all
of
of that.
what the timeline of what happened. How did this shit start? And once
So
he gonna verify it. So
so everybody David, he'll be in the building at 2. You know what I'm saying? He was training and everything. So he'll be in the building. They'll be in the building right now in about what? About 5 minutes.
7 minutes.
Yeah, about
Yeah.
yeah. Um, But yeah, so let me see. Macadon. Let me see what the people talking about in the chat. Tank got a hell of a chin. He got cracked by Pitbull and Barrios. I mean, what's happening with it, man? What's happening with it? Mr. Rez, Jay, what's good, man? Where you been at? Yeah, Tank got a chin. He got a chin. Pitbull, I don't think Pitbull landed like that flush on him. I know Barrios, caught him with some shit, but he got a chin. Tank, he that type of fighter, though. He liked to, he liked to bang. He gonna take some. He gonna give some. He's willing to take some to give his. That's the same thing with Aerospace. It seems like Aerospace like to get hit sometime. Like, and that motherfucker start smiling and shit. You hit him and he was, when he had got hurt, when Ugas caught him when he was reaching for his mouthpiece, Ugas cracked him as hard as he could. Errol Spence flew back up against the ropes, but when he came back, he had a smirk on his face. You know what I'm saying? I said, he missing.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Earl is missing a couple screws. He got a couple screws loose, but they the right screws for the profession that he in. You know what I'm saying? He missing a couple screws, but he missing the right screws for the profession that he's in. You see what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy? You never see his facial. Only time you never see his facial expression change. Like you see some fighters, they mad, like they look mad when they throw punches. Errol he's like a serial killer with no emotions. He just flat face, except when he got hit. That's the only time you saw him smile. But most of the time, he just in there with the same facial expression. Nothing changed. He beating on you. He get hit. His face never changes. He just stay working. The
only thing you see him do in the fight is smile. If he think that it's finna be a brawl or you catch him with some shit, he'll smile and that's it. Man,
he crazy, bro.
I want to know how them pay-per-view numbers did. You heard anything think about it yet?
You know they was up there. They was up there.
I'm expecting the pay-per-view numbers to be up there. I haven't heard nothing about it yet, but
it's the buzz all over the internet, man. And then this Crawford fight, bro. Man, they might move into second or third place. Shit might move in the first place over Floyd, bro. You never know.
You talking about the Aerospace and
Terence Crawford, bro. That's gonna be
it's a different day and era now. You know what I'm saying? When Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao, it was streaming. People were still streaming back then, but it was much harder to stream. You know what I'm saying? It was much harder to stream. If you did stream, it would be buffering and shit. And then back then, they had like shit where they could cut off the stream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you had to buy it. Now it's different. It's so many different streaming services, bro. And
but I know maybe if that wasn't happening, that would be big as De La Hoya Mayweather for sure. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's a big fight. That's gonna be something different right there, bro. The atmosphere is gonna be incredible. They're gonna have people from everywhere. Shit, I wouldn't be surprised there'd be some shit in the stands.
At the fight, that's all people was talking about. Everybody I ran to, that's all they was talking about. Man, what you think about Errol Spence and Terence Crawford? What you think about Crawford? And that's why it really make me feel some type of way that Terence Crawford didn't show in getting the ring. You know what I'm saying?
That would have set it off, man. The crowd would have went fucking ape shit.
The crowd would have went crazy. It would have been all over ESPN, Fox Sports, every sports, you know what I'm saying? Every sports talk show, every sports channel for probably the next month. Yep. You feel? I mean, they would have been talking about this, but now they talking about it, on ESPN. I didn't see it, but somebody had told me that Stephen A. Smith and them was talking about it. But imagine what that would have been if he had jumped in the ring and they was face to face in each other's face.
Yeah, that dude a clown, but Stephen, he get on my nerves, and that's my frat brother, but I don't like that nigga.
Yeah, and let me get to these super chats. My man KG, he say Errol is the Kawhi Leonard of boxing, silent killer. Yeah, man. That's real talk.
Same facial expression never changes.
Real talk.
Crazy.
That's real shit, man. He never get too high, never get too low. He just even. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're gonna get out of. Just even kill. And my man DW says, also asked David what he thought about Era performance and about EJ versus Bud fight. I did hear his take on the Charlo on the Charlo drama. Yeah, I got you for sure. You know, man. Let me see. Opulent LD. What's happening with it? Salute. Macadosis, Mac of the South. What's happening with it? Cassandra say Stephen A. Smith said he got Bud. Yeah, I can't, man.
It ain't even because of that I don't like him. It's just some of the shit he say and the way he moves sometimes and get on my nerves. Like I'm gonna probably see him in Charlotte in the summertime if I go to our conclave, and me and him gonna have a talk. But you know, he younger than me as far as fraternity age and shit like
Steven?
that. So yeah, he's younger than me as far as fraternity age. I don't know if I'm older than him as a person, but fraternity age, he gonna sit there and listen. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. It don't matter about your.
Y'all in the same fraternity? You and Stephen?
We don't care about no wealth station or class, partner. We don't play that shit. I saw Ricky Smiley get his ass tore up before because he thought that shit was gonna get you through. That don't get you through with us, bro. We don't care who you are. We don't care how much money you got. You're gonna carry yourself a certain way, and you're gonna respect every brother. It's just the way it goes. So
and y'all, and y'all hit the like button. Y'all, like I said, David Benavidez is about to be in the building real soon. Y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit my like button. And get the likes up. Get the likes up. If you haven't hit the like button, get the likes up.
Bro, that dude's so humble, bro. That's another reason I like. And he talks to everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He's a real cat. Like, you know what I'm saying? He real, man.
Bro. He don't have no ego, all of that bullshit.
Yeah, he's a real cat. Oh, there he is right here.
What's good?
David, what's happening, man?
How you guys doing?
Man, we feeling good, man. I brought my man Coach on the show because he's a huge David Benavidez fan. And every time we talking about you on the show, his one slogan is, tell me your slogan.
I got David Benavidez over everybody at 168.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
hey,
man, David.
I saw you in the hallway. You remember I stopped you? You had your little boy in your hands.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so David, man, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. You know, just right here back in San Diego, back in training camp. We got 5 weeks left to the fight, so you know, I'm just trying to put the finishing touches on my training camp and, you know, go in there and get the fight in on May 21st.
Okay, so you're training in San Diego now. You're not up in Big Bear no more.
No, I'm in San Diego.
Okay. How training been going, man?
It's been amazing, bro. I've been here since like January 15th. You know, the fight dates kept getting pushed back, so I just been here training and you know, it's a big opportunity for me, another WBC interim title. So I'm just, you know, trying to work as hard as I can and, you know, look very impressive in the fight.
Yeah, man. You know, when you get into that, I don't see it going past 6 rounds, but we're gonna get into that. One thing I want to say, you look like you got a future world champion coming up. I saw the baby hitting the mitts, David.
Yeah.
How old?
He's he really likes boxing, man. He's always watching my fights. Even when I'm in training camp, he watches my fights. He has his little bag at the house. So he just, you know, he puts in a lot of work too. So I'm thinking he could be a world champion too when he gets older.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask you next. Like, you know, a lot of fighters, they're like, nah, I don't want that for my kid. But you cool with it. If he grow up and, you know, he want to get in the gym once he gets a little older, probably like 5, 6. And so you cool with him boxing?
Nah, definitely. If he's already showing interest in it now and he's barely a year, he's a year and 7 months.
That's it?
Yeah, and he's been throwing punches since 8 months, believe it or not. So, I mean, why would I not let him be a boxer? And also, I think it would be pretty cool if, you know, I started the first generation, if I could have, you know, him be a boxer and then he could have his kids be boxers. So that's what we could be known for, the whole Benavidez generation. So, I mean, that would definitely be amazing.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Before I pass it to Coach, I want to ask you, man, you've been fighting since what, like 3?
2?
2 years old?
Yeah.
Well, I know that your dad probably got you into boxing, but how did that all come about? Was your dad a fighter, or how did that come about?
Nah, my dad wasn't a fighter. My dad, he had put my brother into like a boxing school in Phoenix, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother, he's 5 years older than me, so I think my dad put my brother in when he was 6. And then me just wanting to be like my older brother, I would always, go with him and stuff like that. And then my dad started training my brother at the house, and then I'll just pass by the garage and then go in there, and then he eventually just started training me. So that's basically how it all started. Just wanted to be like my brother.
Okay, cool. Coach, you got anything?
Yeah. David, I saw a lot of videos of you training with, I know you didn't have an extensive amateur career, right? But I saw you training with guys who are world champions from young. So that's where you really got your experience and your technique from, a different training with those guys like Kelly Pavlik.
Yeah, definitely. My brother was the one with the big amateur career or the big amateur background, and I didn't really have the big amateur background. So I think my dad wanted to take me a different route, and also because I was a little bit heavier too. So I went that route. I had always been training. I'd been in the gym my whole life. I sparred countless times when I was younger, and then when I was about 13 years old, I went to the wild card and I started sparring Latif Coyote. Then I started sparring like all the top guys there at wild card. And then I started sparring Kelly Pavlik, Gabriel Rosado, Golovkin, and the list goes on. And I feel great about that too. That I didn't really have the amateur style. I had more of the professional style because I was I had to hold my own because these guys, they start off slow until you catch them with something, and then they try to get you out of there. I was basically fighting to not get knocked out. It's not that I was in survival mode, but I was holding my own, and I wasn't gonna let nobody, hurt me or drop me. So, and then I would, get them with some great shots, and it would just turn into a heated sparring session. And I was like 14 years old, touching these world champions, and it was definitely a great learning experience, and I'm definitely happy with the way things happen, and then I'm happy for just even just being able to share the ring with a lot of the champions I did. They've seen a lot in me, and they brought the best out in me, and that's how I feel like I got my style, and that's how I got here today.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Because you see a lot of people who hate or they super stupid Canelo fans and stuff like that, and what they do is, well, man, he hasn't fought anybody. He don't have the experience. He's too young. And I steadily tell him, dude, a lot of your experiences is in the gym. You don't have to. You don't have to have an extensive amateur career if you have quality sparring with, especially the guys who you went up against. You know what I mean? So that's what I try to tell these guys. That's where he get his experience from.
No, yeah, and it's hard to get the experience too when nobody wants to fight you. When nobody's eager to fight you. Like I said, if you wait too long for an opportunity, you never know when you're going to be ready. So whenever the opportunity comes, whether it's early or late, a big opportunity like that could change your life, and you got to be in your head mentally. You got to be ready for anything, and you got to feel like you're ready, and you can't have no doubts in your head.
Yeah, man. Out of everybody that you came up with, who was the one fighter that stood out most to you? That you was like, okay, yeah, he's a real problem.
Probably Golovkin. I started sparring Golovkin before he even made his U.S. debut on HBO. So probably him. He was that guy he's such a big hitter that when I was in the ring, you had to like learn how to set traps and you had to learn how to move because you couldn't afford to get hit with any shot. And that's kind of like what boosted my ring IQ too, because this guy was doing stuff that I had never seen before. He was the first one I seen. He used to hit me in the arms back then, long time ago. I was 15. So then I would go back on the ropes and I would just move because I knew I couldn't let him touch me. And then I would come back with some counters. And then just being in the ring with him and, just boosted my ring IQ. So definitely Golovkin, he was different than anybody. And he was a great guy. That's why I really gravitated towards Golovkin too. And that's why I still have a lot of respect for him to this day because he was a very humble guy, very cool guy. He'll sit down. He'll He'll tell you stuff. He wasn't cocky at all, and you know, I really like that about him.
Yeah, because see, a lot of people feel like that Golovkin, he kind of ran through the division when it was more, it wasn't like what it is today. And a lot of people don't think Golovkin is the real deal, but you saying he definitely was the real deal.
Yeah, I mean, if you see like the run he had from, I don't know exactly what the years were, but when he was coming up, he was definitely unstoppable. He just made it seem that, you know, nobody could mess with him. And when he was running through guys, and he was just a different type of animal. But I do agree that the stables weren't set like how it is today. Like, we didn't have Daz and we didn't have PBC, so we didn't have really the guys lined up like that. But I mean, I would have loved to see how they would have did with them, you know, in his prime. You know, he was definitely a different type of animal in his prime.
Yeah, man. So May 14th, I know you got David Lemieux in Phoenix, man. What are you looking to? Are you looking to come in and make a statement to show everybody I am the best at 168 pounds? What's on your mind going into this fight?
Yeah, on May 21st. Yeah, I'm just going in there. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You know, I feel like the fans that come and support me, you know, I got a big following everywhere, but in Phoenix, Arizona, they want to see a good fight. They want to see, you know, somebody get stopped. They want to see knockouts. So that's definitely what I want to go and do. You know, I've had a 5-fight knockout streak since I came back from my suspension like 3 years ago. So I'm gonna just keep that going. But I got to be smart. You know, I can't go in there just trying to land one shot, trying to knock this guy out and leave myself exposed to get hit with something big. Because at the end of the day, you got to respect boxing. You know, if you don't respect boxing, then you'll get surprised. And Dave Lemieux, he's a big puncher. Say what you want to say about him, but he's still a big puncher. He has a lot of knockouts. He's an ex-champion. He's very motivated himself too, because he's fighting for the title just like I'm fighting the title. This fight for him could potentially change his life. But I'm in there. I'm ready. You know, I've been working extremely hard, so I'm gonna go in there and I want to stop David Lemieux.
Okay, yeah, you want to stop him, and then you'll actually be again, because haven't you been you've been supposed to fight Canelo? I mean, you was his mandatory before a couple times, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the #1 ranked in the WBC right now, and now my last fight was a title eliminator. The one before that was a title eliminator, and now this one's going to be a WBC interim title. So, I mean, I don't know where I stand at, you know, because it's like title eliminator after title eliminator. Now it's a title. So, I mean, but for me, I feel like just me on PBC, the side, you know, with all the guys that I could potentially fight with the belt, I have more leverage to call these guys out and to actually make the fight happen, because why would they not want to fight for a WBC interim title? Say what you want to say about it, but it's still a title. So I feel like I have more leverage to fight Caleb Plant, Charlo. It'll be a more lucrative fight. Once the title is involved, you know, it's more lucrative and everybody wants to get a piece of that. So, I mean, I think after this, I don't know if Canelo would be the next option. I would love to fight Canelo, but, you know, now he's saying he's in Daz, and he's saying that in December he's going to fight John Ryder or somebody else. So,
yeah, well,
like
we're not worrying about him.
He's doing his
Make
own
your
thing.
own legacy, little brother. Make your own
so
legacy.
And I heard you say that. I heard you say, like, you're not going to focus on Canelo because you know that he got other plans. Now that we're speaking about Canelo, while we on Canelo, I heard a rumor, and I want to ask you if it's true. I heard a rumor that he turned down almost $60 million not to fight you.
Yeah, the offer was $55 million before pay-per-view. I mean, say these people, they want to say that whatever, but, you know, I'm a draw. You know, people tune in to see me, and whoever I fight, it would be a massive fight, especially with my fans and their fans. He was supposed to get $55 million guaranteed. That's before pay-per-view. Imagine how much it would have did after. You know, so
wow.
It was definitely, if you could say I don't bring nothing to the table, but $55 does not sound like nothing. $55 million does not sound like, you know, it's a lot of money. But I guess.
So David, why do you think he don't want to fight you?
I feel like, I don't want to say he's
be
done.
Honest. Be honest. You don't have to cut corners.
No, I'll tell you how it is. I'll tell you how my thoughts are. I feel like I don't feel like he's necessarily ducking me, but I feel like he knows it would be a bigger move for him and more money if they're offering him $55 million now. Imagine once I beat all these guys and I believe in myself. I feel like I could beat all these other guys. How much more lucrative it be after I beat them, and I have the title, or something like that. I feel like it could be a massive fight. So for him, I feel like he's just being a businessman and letting it marinate a little bit more, which it kind of sucks because I feel like I'm ready for him now, and the fans want to see it now. So I think that's what it is, honestly.
Let me ask you, David. Let me ask you. So, in your opinion, do you think that he turned it down because you was on the back end? Because I heard it was Charlo was supposed to be first, right? If he got past Charlo, then he was gonna have to fight you. A lot of people feel like that he was cool with the Charlo fight, but he didn't want to fight you. How do what's your opinion on that?
I think so. He knows I'm the biggest threat. Him and everybody else knows. That's why nobody's that quick to fight me. You talk about Caleb Plant. Caleb is coming back. He's fighting Anthony Durrell. That's why he's not quick to fight me either. Everybody just talks a lot of shit saying that I leave myself too open, this and that. But why is nobody fighting me? Why is nobody coming up? They're saying they can knock me out. Why has nobody done it yet? I'm right here. I'm ready. I'm not scared of nobody. So it's a lot of, I feel like they know it's a lot of risk coming up and fighting me. And, I'm not going to lay down for nobody. And I want to be the best. I want to prove to the world that I am the best. And I'll go through anybody.
So David, ask me that. I want to answer this. How did all of the mess with you and Jermall start from the beginning? How did all of that start?
So the way it started is, it was like about a year and a half ago. I was in Big Bear and I heard, I had never had a problem with him. I'd always seen him and I would say what's up to him. Even when I fought the Cowboy Stadium, after the fight, him and his brother came up to me and said, man, you're a great fighter, this and that. So I'd always had respect for them because they're some fighters I like to watch. They knock people out, so I had respected that. So in numerous occasions, we'd say what's up to each other. And I seen him in Mexico too, and we were talking. Everything was cool. But then I seen an interview when we were in Mexico saying that he was going to come up to 168. And he said, that he would love a fight with me. But that's all he said. He wasn't being disrespectful. He wasn't saying, he said he would love a fight with me. And then I did an interview and I'm like, I would love to fight Charlo. I mean, both of our styles, we would have a great fight. It would definitely be a brawl. And then he did an interview with somebody else. I guess he got tired of people asking him about it. He said that he would knock me the fuck out, this and that. So I'm like, all right, this is the route we're going. I'm like, all right, cool. So I just started talking shit. I was saying I'll knock him the fuck out too. And then he said after one of my fights, I thought it was gonna happen when I fought Ronald Ellis. He said that he was gonna break my neck, that he'd knock me the fuck out, that I'm a little kid. I'm like, all right, cool. So I started talking. I let him have it. I was talking shit. And then just back and forth. And then that's when he started. That's when I seen too that he wasn't really trying to make that fight, because he started saying like a lot of odd things, like I needed to be over 20. This is at the time I was 24. He's like, he's not fighting nobody under 25. He's not fighting nobody that's vaccinated, this and that. So I turned 25. I got vaccinated. I got vaccinated just for him so we could fight. And then he's just saying a lot of like weird shit. And then that's when I really just started talking shit. Like, man, I don't understand. You making me waste my time. I'm talking shit because I think this fight's gonna happen, and you don't even want to like fight. Now you're saying all this other shit. And then that's when I seen him on this past Saturday. I knew I was gonna see him. So I knew it was gonna be like that. But he wasn't even supposed to be in that section where I was at, because they called me like, you know what? We don't want nothing to happen in the Cowboy Stadium. If a fight happened, the owner, that looks bad on our company. So we don't want you guys to be next to each other, and we don't want you guys to do anything. I'm like, I really don't care. If they want to keep it professional, I'll keep it professional. If they want to do something else, then we could do whatever. And I seen him while sitting next to Luis Espinosa, and I see him from this side, and he keeps making his way over here, and he's saying hi to somebody over there, and he comes over here, and then he comes next to Luis Espinosa. But he acts like he don't see me. I'm sure he see me. I was sitting right next to Luis Espinosa, and then I was like locked eyes with him. Why I didn't lock eyes with him? I was just like looking at him. I was trying to dog him and stuff. And then he goes over there to like by where my dad's sitting, and he starts talking shit to my dad, like yelling at my dad. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let that happen. And I get up, and I walk. He's like in an aisle right here, and I'm in the first aisle right here. And I walk up to him and I push him. And I told him, "What's up?" And I told him, "What's up? What do you want to do?" And then he hops behind his 2 security guards, and then he starts getting tough. He starts talking shit. But I honestly, bro, it was. I think there were. He looked super drunk, bro. Honestly, he looked like he couldn't even stand or whatever. But I mean, I'm a nice dude, bro. But I'm not gonna let nobody talk to me like that. I'm not gonna let nobody talk to my dad like that. And it's whatever happens. You know, I'm a fighter. He's a fighter. So I mean, I'm not gonna shy away from no fight in or out the ring. And a lot of people don't like that. But what do you think happens? What do you think it happens when 2 fighters talk shit to each other and confront each other? They're gonna fight. So, I mean, I'm just happy that it didn't escalate more to that. But if it would have, I mean, it is what it is. I'm ready for whatever.
Did you feel like it was a situation to where, like, he started popping off because he had a lot of people with him?
That's definitely when it was, bro, because when I was face-to-face with him, there's a little video you can see on YouTube that I pushed him, and then he didn't say shit. The first thing he did, he backstepped and he went behind his security guard. Like, if he's that hard, why couldn't he tell me face-to-face right there? We could have. So he didn't even tell me nothing until he got behind his bodyguards, man. I'm like, that shit.
So what he was telling your dad? What was he telling Jose?
He was telling my dad that he was broke. Just like weird shit like that. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, he's broke, this and that. I'm like, man, what the fuck does that? Even if we're broke, we got money. That's irrelevant, bro. What does that have to do with boxing? And my dad kept telling him to get the fight, and then he kept calling my dad a pussy, this and that. So I mean. It's just,
so did your dad ever talk to Al or anything to try to make the fight?
I talked to Al and to Luis, and I told him I want that fight to happen. The reason this fight's not happening is because of him. I remember when I fought Ronald Ellis before the fight, I'm like, when we're going back and forth, I'm like, this is the fight I want. Make this fight happen, please. And I told him, like, I don't understand why you guys wouldn't make it happen. It makes sense on both sides. It's a big fight. We don't like each other. You know, the press tour could be crazy. We could go both going at it. It'd get a lot of views or whatever. It could possibly be pay-per-view. Like, why wouldn't we do it? We could. And I told them too, why not make that fight with Charlo and me versus with an interim title, and that would make it even bigger. And they're like, all right, well, we're gonna talk to him. We'll see what's up. But he don't want to take that fight. Mm-hmm. That's the reason the fight's not happening, because he doesn't want to take it. He talks a big game. He talks all this shit, but we know what it is at the end.
Yeah, see, my thing, David, is because I know the whole timeline from when he first, mentioned you, and then when he went on, I think it was Brian Custer when he said he was going to break your neck and all of that, because he talked about you and Caleb Plant in that interview. So after that, it was like, okay, well, you said all of this. And in that same interview, he talked about, he said something like, oh, y'all don't even know how big I really am. Like, if I'll move up to 168 and I'll be even stronger at 168. So I'm like, okay, he finna move up. And then after that, when you start pressing the issue, I don't know if he thought that you wasn't going to hear it, or I don't know what it was. But when you started pressing him, he was like, oh, y'all know I ain't a 168-pound fighter. And it's like, now he don't want to move up for you, but he willing to move up for Canelo. And it's like, didn't you say that you were going to move up to 168 pounds and you will be stronger at 168? So that's what threw me off. And then you see Mike Tyson, he caught it. Everybody seen it. So how did it make you feel when Mike Tyson pressed him on the issue and called you the boogeyman? How did that make you feel, Mike Tyson being the legend that he is?
It made me feel really good, man. It gave me even more motivation, to get called a monster by somebody that was a monster in his day. And it just makes me feel really good. I have a lot of the support from a lot of old world champions. So it just makes me work even harder and all that. And like I said, what Charlo said that too. I mean, it just, like I'm saying, he says a lot of shit that don't make sense. He said he's really going to he'll be strong at 168. Then he said that, oh, no, I'm small for 168. I'm even small for 160. And then he says that I should be a cruiserweight, or I should really be fighting a heavyweight. Like, what the fuck? Like, all this, like, run around this shit, just really don't make no sense, man. Like, I feel like he says a lot of shit, and because he punks a lot of people, that he thinks that he's going to do that to me. And I told him, I'm with whatever, man. You're not going to punk me. And I pulled his card already, bro. And now he's just acting crazy. He's acting like a fool.
Hey, so I got another question for you. Now, the deal we heard about, clear this up because we get people going back and forth with this foolishness also. The deal with I know your dad's your manager, but with the what is your promoter, and he's talking about with Boo Boo Andre that's gonna take $10 million and all of this stuff. Why would he say that?
No, definitely, it would not even be close to no $10 million. It would not even be close to $5 million. I would take, that don't even matter. I mean, I don't understand why he would say that. To be honest, I haven't even talked to him since that happened, but I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes you need to give. If it's a big opportunity like that, and I believe in my skills, I know I would come out on top, and I know after that everything goes up, all the prices go up. So I mean, it really doesn't make no sense why he would say that. But at the end of the day, if I get offered that fight, it goes through me and my father. We're the one that makes the decisions at the end of the day. So that's how that is.
Okay. Well, I mean, when you talk to I know Boo Boo has bad blood with with PBC. So would Al Heyman make that fight for you guys, or would y'all let who's ever promoting Demetrius Andre make the fight?
Well, I heard this is his last fight. This is his last fight with Dazn. So I mean, Bubu Andrade, he's kind of up there. What is he, like 32?
Nah, he's older than that, like 30. I thought he was like 34.
Yeah, so I mean, if he wants these big fights, he's gonna have to put that aside. I'm still with PBC, and I feel like everybody over here gets taken care of. So if he fights a two fight, 3 fight deal, I mean, I feel like it's in his best interest because he's not getting no other fights over there. And if he comes and signs over here, he has a lot of fights. He has me, he has Charlo, he has Caleb Plant, David Morrell. There's a lot of fights to be made out here and on PBC. So I feel like it's just in his best interest to come over here on this side, especially if his contract is already over with Dazn.
You brought up. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You talked about David. You just mentioned his name. What do you think about David Morrell as a fighter?
I think he's a great fighter. He's a very technical fighter, moves around a lot. He keeps you on your toes, and I would love to get a fight with him too. I just seen him on when I was over there in Dallas. I seen him on the weigh-ins. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy. We shook hands and we're talking, and I would love to make that fight happen. Any of these fights, any of these top guys, I feel like I want to get a piece of, because if I beat all these guys and mentally, I'm just gonna know that I'm on a different level. But you're never gonna know until you face the opposition. Right. I mean, you could be as confident as you want, but if you don't get the fights ever, then it's just confidence. It doesn't mean nothing. But I want to get in the fights to prove to myself that I am the best.
Yeah, man. So Caleb Plant, man, I know you and him been having beef for a long, long time. Now, recently, I was listening to an interview with Samson, right? And Samson said that because it was some years ago, probably about 3 years ago, you and Caleb Plant were supposed to fight. And he kind of said that he was the one that stopped that fight from happening because he said he was saving Caleb Plant. He said he wanted to save Caleb Plant because he knew what Caleb Plant had went through in his career, and he didn't want Caleb Plant to take a loss at that time. So he said that he stopped the fight. Elaborate on that a little bit. What happened?
Oh no, it's the first time I hear about that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I feel like if it happens now, then we waited that much time. This is the best time to make it happen. I feel like I'm confident that fight will get after I beat David Lemieux. I feel like that fight will get made happen. Because we both need it. He fought Canelo. I guess he's a bigger name now because he took a loss to Canelo. So it makes sense. But I feel like all the trash talk and all the things, we let it marinate enough, and now it's time to get the fight. But I feel like it's perfect time to make the fight happen now.
So is the beef between y'all is like real like that? Like you
I mean,
or is it more business?
Bro, this is boxing, bro. It's not like no beef. Like whatever, if we fight in the street, then that's just man fighting, man. It's not. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna try to kill this motherfucker, this and that. Every time I see him, it's on sight. I mean, it is what it is, bro. Like, so you got men that know how to fight, that have tempers. That's all it is. It's not like I hate him. I really don't give a fuck what he does. I mean, I don't wish him well, and I don't wish him bad.
Yeah.
It's just that he thinks he's better than me. That's what it is. He thinks he's better than me, and I think I'm better than him. You know, and we're not gonna be able to settle it until we get in the ring and fight each other. I mean, because boxing, it's a lot of emotion. You know, sometimes that could either help you or you know, or mess you up. So you got to learn how to control that. But it's not like, you know, if I fight Caleb Plant, I'm definitely going to be going for the knockout, but I'm not going to be in there just throwing dumb, big, wild shots, just trying to knock him out for the first round. You know, I'm able to handle myself and I'm able to control myself. So, I mean, it is what it is. This is boxing. You know, a lot of people, they don't like each other in boxing.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you got 3 of them on the table, right? You got Jermall Charlo, Caleb Plant, and Demetrius Andrade. If you had your choice, who is the one that you want to fight, you know, out of all of them? If you only could pick one of them, who would you pick first?
I feel like the fight with Charlo will be bigger, especially with everything that happened right now. I feel like it's just like a perfect storyline to make that fight happen. And because he doesn't have a loss and he's known as a big hitter, and just to shut him the fuck up, just to shut his ass up, that would be probably one of the fights I want to get, you know, to beat him, and then just so that I could be over with that.
How you gonna make it happen? He got a fight coming up. He got a fight. Are you planning on going to his fight to try to press the issue to make it happen?
Well, when does he fight?
I think he fights. Doesn't he fight in June? June or July?
Fighting Selecki. I know he fighting Selecki.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. That'll probably be even a bigger mess because he'll have all his people right there. But we'll see what happens. But I mean, I feel like he's up there too, bro. He's like 33 years old. I mean, it makes sense for him too. Like, I don't know what else could happen to me. I mean, we pulled up on each other, talking shit. The fans want to see it, so why not make the fight happen? This guy, he says he's going to fight Canelo, then he says he's going to fight Munguia, then he ends up fighting the Polish guy. I mean, no disrespect to that guy, but who is he? He's not an ex-champion. He's not a big hitter. He's not known in the U.S., so I don't understand what type of moves they're doing, bro. Like, he's talking about he makes all this money. He's about the money, this and that. So why not make the biggest money fights happen? Because when me and him, I guarantee you he'll make 10 times more than he's making with the guy he's fighting now.
Right.
So, I mean.
You know what it is?
Yeah,
you know what it is.
I'm ready for whenever they want to get it. I'm right here, and then.
Them boys don't want no smoke with you, bro.
That's how you know
what it is.
They don't got confidence in themselves. Or him. He don't have confidence in himself. But, I mean, I'm right here. I'm ready for whatever. How is it that I go to Dallas, their city, their state, and I get more cheers from them in their state? They get they just make a fool of themselves. They're getting booed when they got passed in the screen. So I feel like I even got more fans than them in Texas, bro. It's just crazy.
Yeah, man. Let me get to this question real quick, and I'm gonna let you. I think somebody super chatted a question for you, my man, Mr. Finesse. He says, watching the fight Saturday, does it make you even want to grind harder? And he says, is there any style that gives you a hard time, and do you have a nutritionist?
Yeah, definitely. Just watching the fight Saturday, just being there, just seeing Errol Spence and that unification bout, it was crazy, bro. It definitely gave me a lot of experience. I mean, a lot of experience, a lot of motivation. And that's why I'm right here. I'm training hard, bro. I can't wait for my fight, and I just want to go out there and show out and bring the city out just like how Errol Spence did. I have a lot of respect for Errol Spence and Ugas too. They both looked amazing. It was a great fight, and this is why I'm in boxing. I want to bring the crowd excitement, just like how Errol Spence and Ugas brought me excitement. You know, I was on my chair the whole time, so that's definitely the type of fighter I want to be, and that's what I'm gonna do.
So, David, when you lost your belt on the scales, right, and Mauricio Suleiman threw your belt up in there, did it piss you off?
It didn't really piss me off. I can't really even say, like, oh, man, I'm not going to be fucking, what's his name, Teofimo, be like, oh, it was a conspiracy, this and that, you know. I made the mistake. I lost it, so as a man, I gotta look at my wrongs and I gotta look at my rights. But it was definitely my fault, and whatever happened after that, it was out of my control, and I can't even bitch. I can't say nothing about it because I made the mistake and I let it go. So whatever happened and how he went, they went about that and they fought for it. They fought for the vacant title, Canelo and Ildrum. So I can't even say nothing about that. It was my own fault, and that was a missed opportunity on my end.
Man, what is it like? Because you became champion, what, 20?
20, yeah.
Yeah, you was so. What is it like to be that young and to be the champion, right? And to have just, I mean, you got money, you young. What is it like? Talk about that a little bit. Is it hard to stay disciplined when you that young?
It was definitely a roller coaster ride from the beginning. So you go from like having nothing to having everything in the world. You have all these friends, you have all this money. Everybody wants to hang out with you, but that's I feel like I'm glad I went through that at an early stage, because those are honestly the most dangerous times in your life. You're not focused. Well, for me, my experience, I wasn't focused. Um, as you can see, all this stuff that happened with me, but you know, when that happens, you realize that not everybody's there supporting you. All the people around you, they're not supporting you. A lot of people, when you have money and you have a status and stuff, they just want to be around you because of what you bring to the table. You know, I was kind of paying for everything, and you know how to go out and stuff, and people were just like leeching onto me. And then I seen that, I caught on to that, and now that is just, you know, now fast forward to now, you know, I'm just more appreciative of all the stuff that I have, all the stuff I get. And now I kind of push the friends aside. I have some friends, I have some loyal friends and friends that always be my friends for life. But when I tell them that don't call me, don't leave me alone, I'm focused, they respect that. And now it's different now because I have a family, and I tell them, you know what, I'll come and see you guys here and there, but my main priority is my family and boxing. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm just boxing, family, and just trying to become the best person. Not even just not even boxing. I'm just trying to become the best man I could possibly be.
Right, man. You getting a lot of
Right.
love in the chat, man. It's
Hey,
almost
Dave.
300 people in the building. Y'all hit the like button. They
Hey.
respect you because you're willing to fight any and everybody. You like a throwback fighter, man. You're a throwback fighter. Go ahead, coach.
Hey, this is one thing I wanted to say to you, man. Never change the way you are with the fans and people that follow you. And that's when you met me, you stopped. Well, I pretty much stopped you, but you stopped. You talked to me. You was humble. Never change. I don't care when you beat all their ass, including Canelo. When you whip that ass, don't ever change being that way, man. Because being genuine like that, everybody appreciates that, especially the fans who follow you, man.
Yeah.
That's my only advice to you, man.
No, I definitely, I already know that. And I'm not gonna change. This is just who I am. I'm not a cocky person. I don't like being, you know, I like showing everybody love, and because at the end of the day, people come out to see the fights, and when they see me, you know, I gotta give them the time that they give me, because honestly, you guys are the ones paying for the fights. You guys are the ones making it happen. I could go in there and fight, but without you guys, my name wouldn't be as big as it is now. So I just want to be a good person, and I want to show my son too that, you know, you can't, just because you have a lot of stuff or you have a status in life, you can't take it for granted. You can't treat people like shit, or you can't be cocky. You know, you have to be humble. You have to be a good person. And just because I've been a good person, I've done a lot of stuff for a lot of different people. I feel like God has blessed me with a lot of different things, and that's not even me asking for stuff. It's just sometimes things happen in a way that I can't explain, because I feel like I've just helped a lot of people, and I do the most for people, and especially the fans. I feel like the fans are my family. If a person is taking their time out to tell me that I'm their favorite fighter, or you know, they love the way I box, or they watch all my fights, that's time that they taken out from their lives to invest into me. So why would I not invest into them like how they do to me?
Now, I got one more question. Um, a lot of people think I'm crazy when I say this because they say, "Well, David take a lot of punches, this and this and that." When they don't realize you do a lot of stuff and block a lot of punches with your hands. And I tell them, well, you never say that about Aerospace because y'all styles are similar as far as throw a lot of punches, sharp punches, hard punches. Y'all go to the body. Y'all throw uppercuts. Y'all do, and y'all hands are fast. Well, I think your hands might even be faster than his. So, you know, do you think that's a fair comparison to say that?
Yeah, I definitely love Earl Spence. I love the way he works to the body. And when you see Earl Spence, sometimes he doesn't get hit with shots. He rolls them. You know, there's certain like little moves you have to do in there. Because boxing, it's inevitable. You're gonna get hit. Getting hit is inevitable. You're gonna get hit. So you got to learn how to pivot and move and block it. I mean, obviously, if you could go dodge a shot, you use head movement, that's obviously better. But you're not gonna dodge all of them. Some shots are gonna get through, and like I said, that's why you got to work the chin too. You got to work exercising the chin, the neck, because this is boxing, bro. Boxing, it's a tough sport. It's a man sport. You're gonna get hit, so sometimes you got to train your chin, and you got to get used to getting hit because it's inevitable. You're gonna get hit.
And how did you like Dallas? Like, how did Dallas treat you while you was out there this weekend, man?
I love Dallas. I kept telling my wife that I think I want to buy a property there, a house or something like that. Especially the gas prices over there. They're way cheaper than everywhere else in the United States.
Right, that's what I said. I was like, man, the gas prices out here way cheaper than Arizona.
And you know what?
Like that.
I like about Dallas,
Louisiana, same as Dallas.
Yeah. The thing I like about Dallas, too, is that everybody's cool, man. From the people that pick us up, everybody is extremely nice. And everybody, I think they call it the Southern hospitality. Everybody's really cool. So, I mean, I would definitely move out there. And I love Dallas. I love Texas.
And I want my man, Uppercuts Boxing Nation, man, I want to give him a shout out. And he says, that he loved having you in the city. He's from Dallas. And he actually covered Errol Spence. He was in the camp with Errol Spence the whole time. So shout out to Uppercuts Boxing Nation. Now, what did you think of the fight, man? That whole card, to me, was lit. What did you think of that fight?
Yeah, that was an amazing card from start to finish. It was a great fight, man. First of all, too, and then I also got to give a shout out to my boy Rayo Valenzuela, man. He looked amazing, bro. That was, like I said, I told him this is the biggest opportunity. This is a big shot for you. You want to go in there, you got to make a splash, stay focused. And he went out there and he did exactly that. I mean, I didn't think he was going to knock him out that early. He went out there and he caught him with a great shot and he put him to sleep. And then for the main event, it was crazy, bro. Honestly, I give Ugas a lot of respect. I just think his game plan of staying in there was what fucked him up at the end. It messed him up because he shouldn't have been taking those shots. I think if he would have moved around a little bit more. But I think that's the thing about Earl Spence. When he starts catching you with those shots, you have to shell up, and you don't even know where they're coming from. He's going to the body. He's going to the head. He's going to the middle. He's throwing overhands. He's throwing, crazy shots. And he has a lot of power, and he's definitely a shark in the deep waters, bro. After the second half of the fight, he was just – that stamina he had was crazy. He just kept pushing the pressure. But Ugas was catching him in the beginning. I think he landed a couple good body shots that I think kind of stunned Earl Spence in, like, the first 2 rounds. He caught him with some good body shots. But then after the 5th round, it was just – Earl Spence had taken over, but it was definitely a great fight, and that's my second fight that I've seen Earl Spence. Third fight that I've seen him fight live, and I'm definitely a fan of Earl Spence, bro. He's a great fighter.
Who did you pick before the fight to win? Who did you pick before the fight to win? Did you have Ugas winning or Errol?
I had Earl winning. I mean, I know Ugas, but Earl Spence. So I know both of them. I've seen him around a lot. But I felt like Earl Spence had more of the experience, he was a bigger puncher and everything. So I kind of knew when the fight got into deep waters like that, he was gonna pick it up.
Yeah. Now, man, the question that everybody want to hear, I want your opinion on this and a couple other fights though. But everybody want to hear. We know what's going down. Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, man. For one, if they do make that fight, are you going to be at that fight? And then 2, who is your pick in that fight? Who you got winning that fight and why and how?
I definitely have. I don't know, bro. That's a 50-50 fight. I wouldn't want to say who wins that fight because I don't know, but it'll definitely be a great fight. I feel like that would kind of be the fight of the year, bro. Honestly, it has potential to be an amazing fight.
You ain't got no pick yet? Not yet?
Not yet.
Man, yeah, man. I think it's gonna be in Vegas, MGM for sure. I think it'll be in Vegas. Go ahead, Coach. I know you had something
Shit, it
to
might
say.
be an alliance. It might be an alliance. You know,
You think it's big enough to put it in the football stadium?
I mean, he put it in AT&T with
Yeah.
with Ugas. Shit, they're gonna have some people there, bro. It's gonna be a big fight. Everybody's been waiting on that fight. You know. So the fight I want to see is David Benavidez against everybody.
He's willing to fight everybody. That's why. That's why. You know. That's why I rock with you so hard. You're willing to fight everybody. But the thing is, everybody was talking about David Benavidez and Canelo. We know that's not going to happen this year. Do you see that fight eventually happening, like 2023?
I think so. I think maybe. I don't know. I can't. Honestly, I can't tell you because I thought it was gonna happen like a year and a half ago. So I mean, I don't know. I know. You know, I'm waiting like how you guys are. But like I said, the more better fighters I fight, the more experience I'll have. And to go in, I know I can beat Canelo, but it's also too. I need this experience in the ring, and I feel like with time, whenever that fight does happen, it's going to be a massive fight too. Just like how Aerospace and Terence Crawford, just how that fight's going to be. I feel like our fight is going to be on the same magnitude.
Do you see holes in his game that you can exploit? Like,
That was my question.
Definitely.
What make you think that you can beat him? What's the attributes that you have that he's not accustomed to that you think you can exploit?
First of all, I have a great jab, and you seen what Kovalev fought Canelo, how he was keeping him out with that jab. Also, I have great body shots, just like Canelo. I'm a great counter puncher too, and I feel like I'm faster than anybody else that he's ever fought. I can throw punches and bunches. That's why when you seen Caleb Plant towards the end, when he was letting his hands go and he was throwing combinations, a lot of them were getting through, and he was having a lot of success. But it's just that he don't hit hard. And with me, I have speed and I have power. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely gonna have to put, with the training camp, I'm gonna have to put a little bit more muscle on and do different stuff. But I feel like I'm ready for this fight. Mentally, physically, I feel like I'm the bigger fighter. I could come in heavier than him, and I could have that speed and that power, and it will definitely be a great fight, man. I'm very excited for when it does happen. It's definitely going to be one of the best fights of the decade, in my opinion.
So a lot of people say, oh, he needs to be at 175. He's a weight bully. Me personally, there's no such thing as a weight bully. I feel if you can make the weight, you can make the weight. If you draining yourself and killing yourself to make the weight, that's only hurting yourself. That's making you weaker in the ring, your stamina, and all of that. So I don't believe in that weight bully stuff. But with that being said,
when they say that, you seen Fundora do 6'7".
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? But so that's the thing that don't make sense. If you can make the weight, then you can make the weight. It's just that people always want to have excuses for something. It's always got to be something behind something.
With that being said, your last fight, you were, I think it was contracted at what, 169 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was contracted like a pound over. Yeah, and a lot of people want to know, why was that?
It was supposed to be a title eliminator, but because Uzkateki didn't, he came out positive with steroids, and then this guy's didn't want to. It was a 10-round fight. It wasn't title eliminator, so it was the only time that it's 168 plus 1. So I mean, if I had the extra pound, I'm gonna take the extra pound.
Right. So because see, a lot of people was trying to blame it on you, like, he couldn't make a weight again. He had to push the weight up, and so I'm glad we got that down to the bottom of that. So it had nothing to do with you. It was something that they gave you all because he took the fight on short notice.
Oh, that's one. If you check when it's not, it's always one. It's the weight plus a pound. When it's not title or nothing, and he could. The fighters either have a chance to agree to it or to decline to it. And he agreed to it. He said 168 plus 1. And it wasn't really a big deal anyways. It was a pound. But, like I said, everything you do, I mean, fans, not fans, but the other people, the haters and stuff, they want to say they couldn't make weight, this and that. So they're just waiting for little excuses like that. But why would I not take the 1 pound? I mean, this is basically the only chance I ever had to do it, so why would I do it?
how long do you see yourself making 168 pounds comfortably? And I think somebody had asked earlier, do you have a nutritionist now?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a nutritionist, but I paid for nutritionists back then, and you just follow their diet. I think the big thing about it now is a lot of fighters that they don't know when they lose weight, they have to drink lots of water. That the water basically controls everything. So myself, I drink 2 gallons of water a day, plus I eat 3 meals, and the water allows me to push everything out. You sweat good, and it's like the thing about cutting weight. When you're cutting weight, it's basically it's not I don't know what's the word called. It's like a whole thing you do. It's a preparation you do. You fill your body up with water, drink 2 gallons, you fill it up with water. So by the time it is that you cut the water and the food out, the body has that extra water to sweat out. Right. Sometimes you see guys that they can't sweat, they have a pound left and they can't sweat nothing is because they didn't drink water. They're drinking Gatorade, they're drinking other shit that has sugar. But with water, you can drink as much of it as you want and you'll sweat it out because there's no calories, there's no salt and none of that. And sometimes you need that extra water in there to get that little bit extra weight out of you. But what's the other question you asked me?
Oh, well, so, and I'm going to break it down like this. You got Caleb Plant. You got Jermall Charlo if he ever move up to 168. And you got Demetrius Andrade. That's 3 right there. Me personally, I don't see you fighting Canelo at 168. If y'all fight, it'll probably be at 175. So my question was, how long do you see yourself healthy making the weight? Like, at 168?
Until I make all these fights happen. I feel like if I can't make any of those fights happen, I'm going to move up to 175. I mean, I've been calling these guys out for long enough. And I honestly feel like that's what they're waiting for. They're going to keep me out until I go up to 175. And then that's when they start to talk and this and that. But I don't know if I can't make a fight with Charlo, Caleb Plant, Berlanga, all them other guys happen, then I'm going to go up to 175.
Berlanga, I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. They not putting Berlanga nowhere near you.
Yeah,
so we can take that off the table already.
It's an easy paycheck.
Yeah, they're not gonna put, that, man. They ain't putting him nowhere near you. But Caleb Plant, you know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant, he says that he want to fight you. He went on a Boxing Voice, and I heard he said that after he didn't. And to me, like Caleb Plant, he was like, oh, why would I fight him coming off a loss or whatever? Something to that extent. But he said that after he gets this tune-up fight or whatever you want to call it, he says that he going straight after you. That's the fight that he wants. And you saying the same thing. So if you could give a percentage of that fight happening, right, what would you say?
I think it's about a 90%. And we both have to go in there and win.
Right.
But I feel like it's a 90%, and that's why I'm so excited. I feel like all these big fights are happening. I feel like I deserve these big fights. I mean, I've been here for a long, long time, so I feel like it's finally time. And now I'm really gonna give the fans what they want to see. Hopefully everything goes accordingly, and Caleb Plant makes that fight. He keeps his word, and he makes that fight happen with me after we get this.
What you think about him as a fighter? He's
a good fighter. He's a good fighter. He moves around a lot. He doesn't have any power. Talks a lot of shit, but other than that, that's all I'm gonna give him.
Yeah. Now I heard that you were training, that you sparred Bivol, and Canelo, he fighting Bivol. Me, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, I don't hold no punches, David. Like, Bivol, to me, he's a good fighter, but he's pretty much straight up and down. I don't see nothing that he really can cause Canelo to just have like the fight of his life. A lot of people say that I'm full of shit. A lot of people, tell me about Bivol, because you've been in the ring with him.
Yeah, so with Bivol, he's good. He has good movement, but I feel like when you get him on the corners or you find the inside with him, you could definitely exploit his body. You can hit him with shots in through the middle with uppercuts and stuff like that. Especially if you throw combinations. Every time I'm sparring him, I'll catch him with a lot of combinations. But the thing about him that he has good movement and he has a good right hand. So I feel like he's naturally stronger. Not naturally stronger, but he's been fighting at 175 for longer than Canelo. He's had some good fights. He has experience himself. So as of me thinking he's going to beat Canelo? I don't think so, but I feel like it could be a good fight. And then sometimes you don't want to judge anybody on like what's gonna happen because you don't know what's going through their mind. And this is a big fight for him. And sometimes when you see these unification bouts, just like how you did with Ugas, the best comes out of him. So I'm expecting it to be a good fight, but I think Canelo's gonna win.
How's his power?
Even with Canelo being shorter, and
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
having.
If Canelo is able to, not get hit and use his defense like how he uses, I mean, I feel like he's gonna have a pretty good time. But I mean, he does have a good right hand. Bivol has a good right hand. So I mean, I want to see how that plays out first. But if he gets to his power, no problem. Then he's gonna run through Bivol.
Yeah, man. Great, man. Like I said, if you got any more questions, if anybody, got any questions to ask David, I don't want to keep him too much longer. Man, I know you just got done training, huh?
No, I'm about to train right now.
Oh, you about to train. So he's about to train. He about to go put in that work. I don't want to keep him too much longer. If anybody got any questions that they need to ask David, that they want to ask him, let me know now before we get him off. And David, man, we got to get Ryo on the panel. We got to get Ryo. Man, I want to get Ryo. I'm going to have your dad come on. So I'm going to call your dad. So he's going to come on definitely. And I got to get Ryo on the panel. I know he's a part of your camp and he is a beast. And I predicted on here, I said, he's going to put Vargas in the dirt. I knew he was going to knock out Vargas because I said, man, Vargas, I've watched Vargas train the gym I was training at. And he's the fighter. He's going to be right there in front of you, and Ryo, you can't do that with him.
Yeah, and then the only thing that surprised me is that he didn't – so he fought Isaac Cruz, and Isaac Cruz looked phenomenal on Saturday. But Isaac Cruz was not able to stop him. So, that's why I thought he was going to give, Ryo a little bit more trouble. But, it really surprised me that Ryo just ran through him with one shot like that. So, I mean, I feel like by him doing that, he deserves to be mentioned with the top names. And that's why I'm really excited for his career, from here on out. He's definitely put in the work. We've been with him for a while. And, I'm just excited to see where he comes because he's in a stacked division too. So there's a lot of good things coming from him too.
Definitely, man. Before I let you go, somebody said, would you fight Charlo at 164 catch weight? I think you answered that before.
No, I wouldn't go down.
You wouldn't go down. He had to come up to 168.
Yeah.
I feel you, man. That's a big fight. Hopefully we can get, all of these fights. We know that you want the fights. As far as Caleb Plant, he said that he wants to fight. As far as Jermall Charlo, I don't know. That would be a great fight. I think that fight would do big numbers.
Yeah.
Big numbers. It'll do big numbers. And, man, I love how you move. Like I said, you're a real down-to-earth cat. You're a man of your word. And I like how you move, man. I see that you're doing everything that you need to do to become a mega star. Of course, you got to do it inside the ring, but you also have to do your, certain things outside the ring. And I saw how you was moving this weekend, man. And you was putting in work this weekend, man. And I see it. And you will be a mega star.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And I just want to tell all the fans too that tuned in, I really appreciate you guys. And like I said, investing your time and seeing us, what we have to talk about, and I feel like a lot of good things are coming in the future. And I'm definitely happy to give you guys a fight so you guys want to see. So I really appreciate you guys and your time. And I'll definitely talk to you guys another time.
Yes, sir, David. Yeah, man. To have you back on. And I will be at the fight.
After you whip Lemieux, come back on, brother.
Yeah, yes, sir. I got you guys.
Yeah, man. And like I said, I'm gonna go down the field. I'm gonna be at the fight, man. Right there supporting, rooting you on. And man, good luck, much blessings to you and your family. And I'm looking forward to seeing more at the little man.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, appreciate you. Yeah. Y'all get the likes up. Y'all hit the like button. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. Coach, you in the building, you froze up. Coach froze up. Yes, sir. Yeah, hell of a interview with David. I hope that y'all got everything y'all want to hear. Me and Coach, we tried to ask him everything that the fans want to hear. But yeah, Coach is going in and out. Hell of an interview, man. David Benavidez is a real one. That's why I rock with David Benavidez. He's a real one. He don't hold nothing back. He gonna tell you how it is, and that's just how, y'all gotta respect that. Shawnee Harris, yeah. Yes, sir. But yeah. What y'all think? OTB say great questions. Yeah. Yeah, so you hear David, he want all the smoke. Y'all got to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heard what happened between him and Charlo from point A to point Z. And yeah, man. What's happening with it, Batman? What it do? Yeah, David, he wants to smoke with everybody. But you also got to respect is that he's not rushing behind Canelo, right? He know that Canelo ain't going to fight him. So he's focused on these other fights. He's focused on trying to make a fight with Caleb Plant. He focused on trying to make a fight with David Benavidez. He's focused on trying to make a fight with Demetrius Andrade. And we got to respect that. Dundada, man, I appreciate you. Yeah, man. So, he pretty much cleared up everything that y'all wanted to know. Everything is cleared up. You feel me? But yeah, y'all hit the like button. If y'all have not hit the like button, smash on the like button one time for the one time. Hit the like button for me. And, share this video. I know a lot of people going, make videos off this. It's a lot of info that people going to get off this. So yeah, share this, hit the like button. And it's a lot that we're going to talk about right here on Everything Boxing. We're going to talk about a lot of things that were said.
Closing out on the last time.
I don't know what's going on with Coach. That man having a whole lot of problems with his connection. My man KG says, great interview, my brothers. I'm looking forward to seeing more of David getting in the ring with these guys. Yeah, yep. I feel you, man. Letting him feel his hands.
All right, now it sounds good. I was breaking up because I'm driving.
Okay. Yes, sir. Tupac said, yeah. I appreciate y'all. Like I said, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Hit the like button. Coach. Yeah, man. What you got, Coach? He cleared up everything. Man. Yeah.
Cleared it up, bro. So we don't have all these people coming up with all that speculation and bullshit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I hate that when people just jump to conclusions instead of hearing it from the horse's mouth.
Right.
And you heard it from the horse's mouth, how it all started, and they talk about, how it's just people jump to conclusions on their own without finding out the facts. So I wanted to hear from the horse's mouth, and we heard everything we wanted to hear.
Yeah, man.
So he a down-to-earth little humble cat, man. I like it,
Yeah, man. And like I said, man, I see how he was moving this whole weekend, and he's gonna be a mega star. He's gonna be a mega star, and just how really he is, man. And y'all heard, man. Why would Charlo call his dad broke? Like, what the got to do with anything? B&B Boxing News, what's happening with it? What does that have to do with anything? You feel me? Like, that's them, man. Dudes be on one, bro.
What Nick say?
Who?
BN. That's Nick.
He said, great interview.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nah, he just said great interview. Yeah, man. But like, why would you call? Why you calling his dad broke? Like, what does that got to do with anything? You know what I'm saying? Them dudes, man, they be tripping, man, for real. I don't know what it is with them. They be tripping. Stormy B Man says, great stuff, Key and Coach. You guys brought the best. He said you brought the best out of David. He appeared open and totally relaxed with you. Yeah, man. You just, I didn't want to push too much on him, but we having a conversation, shit, we just keeping it real. And that's how David is. He ain't uptight, and he a real cat. Roxanne said Charlo be out of control.
Dude.
Yeah.
Bro,
OTB
if I had to
said,
interview them, I'd probably shoot myself.
What'd you say?
I'm serious. I'd probably get off the panel if I had to interview them dudes, bro. To be honest with you, because they can't stay on subject and just answer the question.
And Jermall, man, they
bro, I
just
lose
like
my
David
fucking
said,
mind, bro.
Just like David said, they say a whole bunch of crazy shit, and like when you listening to them, it's like you ain't even making sense. They contradict especially both of them, they contradict themselves a lot, you know. And as fighters in the ring, I mess with them. I mess with them as fighters in the ring, but like a lot of, and I'm not gonna put them both together, right? I'm not gonna put them both together because they two different men. Jermall is different than Jermall, but as far as Jermall, he's moving like he's supposed to move. Like, you know what I'm saying? Jermall is making great moves in the sport. He fighting all of the killers and he fighting everybody. Jermall, bro, I can't. He's just not moving right. But that's a whole different story. And everybody see it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody see it. But yeah, coach, man, I'm finna get ready to wrap it up, man.
That's good, man. That was a good interview, man. That was great, bro.
Yeah, man, great interview. Another great show. We will be back on tomorrow. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow at my regular time. We had to push the show back an hour because, you know, David, he had some obligations so we had to push the show back an hour. So, and I'm gonna have his dad on too. You know, I'm gonna have his dad on, and yeah, his dad works a lot more on the business side. You know, so yeah, man. You got any last words before we get up out of here, Coach?
I got David Benavidez over everybody. 168. That's it. I done said it. I'm gonna keep saying it until we could get Cinnamon Head in the ring. That's it. Until we get him in the ring. So, you know, always a good show, always a pleasure, buddy. Everybody in the chat, man. Peace out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And everybody in the building, if you didn't hit the like button, make sure that you hit the like button. Hit the like button. I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Everybody that commented, and y'all already know we will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow, and y'all already know how it is. There you go, talking that boxing again. Peace. I'm gone. We'll be back tomorrow.